The world's biggest election kicks off in India this month, with nearly a billion people eligible to vote. Opinion polls predict an easy win for Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his Bharatiya Janata Party, or BJP. Still, critics point to concerns ranging from uneven economic growth and treatment of India's minority Muslim community to lopsided corruption investigations. Here's what you need to know about the vote that begins on April 19th. India's economy is expected to have grown by about 8% in the last fiscal year. That's the fastest among major countries. And over the past decade, India's economic position has jumped up to 5th in the world. Modi has vowed to bump it up to 3rd if he wins the election. But some say the fruits of that booming economy are more visible in major cities than the vast countryside. Inflation is on the rise, and Modi has largely failed to deliver on a promise to create tens of millions of jobs for young people. The BJP had also promised to double farm income by 2022. There's no sign of that happening yet. The BJP has tried to court women voters with cash handouts, piped water, and 24/7 electricity. And since the global health crisis, the government has been handing out free food rations to nearly 60% of India's 1.4 billion population. Some critics say the fact that the government feels the need to do that is a sign of uneven economic growth. According to the World Inequality Lab, by the end of last year, India's richest citizens owned 40% of its wealth. Modi's regular visits to Hindu temples across the country are broadcast widely on news channels. Political analysts say that bolsters his image of being the champion of India's majority community, which also forms the core base for the Hindu nationalist BJP. Many Muslims say government policies are not good for them. Modi's government has ended federal support for Muslim schools. He's also implemented a citizenship law that has been criticized as discriminating against Muslims. A government agency that investigates suspected money laundering has summoned, questioned, raided, or arrested nearly 150 opposition politicians in the past decade. It's investigated about half a dozen ruling party politicians in the same time period. Modi touts a zero-tolerance policy on corruption, but opposition politicians say he's misusing government agencies to target them. As for the vote itself, elections for 543 seats in the lower house of parliament will be held in 7 phases between April 19th and June 1st, with votes counted on June 4th.